Hey everyone, Mark Walker here, and firstly, may I welcome you and thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to tune in and listen to this very special Property Investor webinar. It's an absolute pleasure to present to you my brand new and done-for-you hands-free system, Smart Property Leads. Now, just before I get started, could I ask a small favour please, and just ask you to, so I can make sure that I'm not sat here chatting to myself whilst thinking all the technical stuff is working as it normally does in the background. Could you just give me a quick yes, please, in the chat box so I know that you can hear me? That's great. Yes. Yep. That's fantastic. Okay. Yep. That's fantastic. And just so you know, there is a chat facility here. You can chat amongst yourselves, but obviously I'd say focus on the content of the webinar. But also there is a question speech bubble at the bottom. And when you hit that, your question will come directly to me and won't appear in the chat comments. It'll actually be filtered out by the software, which means I'll be able to answer any direct questions for you. Absolutely no problem at all. And on top of that, just to let you know, this webinar will last around about 20 minutes. Now, for those of you who stay on to the very end, I'd just like to ask you, if you feel that I've described and delivered a brand new system, the likes of which you've never used before in your property business, would it be okay as a thank you from me to you if I share a very special offer with you? In fact, I can let you into a little secret now. If you wait to the end, it's not just a special offer, it's a doubly special offer. So again, if that's okay with you, can I get a hell yeah, Mark? Or, of course, it's a bit over the top. Or, of course, something shorter in the chat box again. Come on, don't be shy, come on. You know that if you follow me for a while now, that the offer will be absolutely worth it. That's great. There's some messages coming in. That's cool. Okay, so just before I get into the reason why you need to start to consider using this system in your property business, let me just explain something to assist your property journey. If you do not continually market your business, then you will not take a share of the business market. Yes, it's that simple. If you do not continually market your business, then you will not take a share of the business market. Or, as a well-known businessman once said, a man who stops advertising to save money is like a man who stops a clock to save time. And yes, that was the late great industrialist and businessman Henry Ford. And of course he's right. That's undeniable. And we know how much car companies still advertise to us, even though cars have been around for well over 130 years. You and I have to continually get our name and business service out in front of prospects to get them into our sales funnel, yes? Agreed? Of course. Yes, it's a simple fact and process of creating a successful, sustainable business. In fact, let's have a show of hands, well, virtual hands anyway, here with a big fat yes in the chat box if you agree. We have to continually get our name and business services out in front of our prospects to get them into our sales funnel. Is that a yes? Yes, absolutely. And do you know why it's important to market and advertise our business? Well, because if you don't, A, you're not in a business, and B, someone will make sure they'll be courting your customers, period. So I imagine you're on this webinar because you are already in property and looking for more prospects and customers, leads and deals. So where do you go currently? Now, there's no need to answer that publicly here in the chat box because as a long-time entrepreneur and mentor, I know where most of you will be getting your leads and prospects from, because I get them from the same places. But wouldn't it be great if you were able to receive your leads and prospects to sell your property strategies to before the property in your target area even came to market? I'm talking about a genuine, no BS, off-market property lead. A lead that your competition knows absolutely nothing about. A lead that could well make you thousands or tens of thousands of pounds of income. Plus, you'll have helped a very financially distressed homeowner at the same time. Wouldn't that be great? Wouldn't that make you feel good? Go on, let me know with a big fat yes in that chat box again. Well, yes, of course. Of course it would, absolutely. Now, picture this. In fact, ask yourself this. Are you constantly looking for leads but end up going down the same old routes? Dealing with uninterested estate agents? Asking down your local? Or down the shop or at work? Asking someone who knows someone who might, well, have a challenge? Or do you go scouring Facebook on the property groups for a lead? Yeah, along with the other 4,500 members. Do you get frustrated when mentors like myself constantly train and mentor you that you need to be adding at least 80 properties a week to your inquiry list and have at least 4 to 5 face-to-face deals on the go at the same time? And yet you seem to be struggling to find 1 or 2 new motivated sellers from your efforts every week? It's really hard, isn't it? It's because I am looking in the right place and have been since 2005. So would you like me to show you where that right place is and how you can tap into it? The same marketing process I have used very successfully for many years, and only now have I upscaled it just for you to be able to tap into it. Would you like to know what it is and all about it? Would it be useful for you to have a done-for-you system that's hands-free? Right up until the point where you are delivered red-hot leads and then all you need to do is call them back and book your appointment. Oh yeah, and sell them your services. How cool is that? Let me know in the chat box because I really want to share this with you, but only if you can see a real benefit to saving you time, effort, and of course money. Yep, you can increase your marketing efforts massively with a real decrease in your hands-on workload and expenditure. Does that sound really useful? Less work, better results? Yes? Yep? Of course, yes, cool. Okay, that's great. Now, I love creating deals and building my own property chains to assist individuals in distress. In fact, would you like me to show you how I do this? Okay, don't all rush at once. Well, look, I can, but this webinar isn't about deal making and closing deals for cash. I have another webinar that discusses that for you, and if you contact my team, they'll send you a link to it. Is that okay? Because I don't want to take up your time when this webinar is all about generating red hot property leads and having them come to you on a regular basis. Is that cool? Great. So, what is Smart Property Leads? Who started it? When did it start? And why is it only available now? Okay, so for some of you here, you'll already know about me. So again, I'm not going to take up your time with a history lesson. However, if you haven't heard of me before, please make a note and go and take a look at the following websites. There you can have a good read all about me and those I've assisted over my, 30 years of being a multiple business owner and entrepreneur. So yes, I created Smart Property Leads. In fact, I created this system way back in 2005 and it has served me very, very well. Along with all the other property sourcing strategies I've created, own, use and teach, such as smartpropertyleads.com. So I suppose the big question from you is, how is Smart Property Leads going to assist you? What is it exactly and why do you need it now? Well, put very simply, it's a complete hands-free, done-for-you property sourcing and marketing system that only targets very highly financially distressed homeowners in your target area. Then have my back office team create personalised letters, yes, we write to the homeowners, and then when a prospect calls in, my back office team screens them gently, reading a carefully honed script, and then following this screening process, should the homeowner understand and in fact realise they need to start speaking to you as a property professional and expert in their local area now, my team will send them to you. In real time, they'll send that homeowner's name and telephone number. So you can contact them immediately as a red hot lead and make your own appointment to see when it suits them with your mutual diaries. So, that's it in a nutshell. It's the process and the service. What do you think? Isn't it cool? And it doesn't matter when the call comes in for you because my team answer all calls 24/7, 365. Whether you are at work, out and about, or just driving and unable to pull over. Whatever the reason, my team does all the hard lifting for you. And you get to still run your own diary and arrange to see the prospect when it suits your diary. How cool is that? So, well, it's really cool because I've used it for years and it works. So, here are some questions some of you sent in before the webinar as I asked, and here are my answers. Now, I've placed them into an order so the answers flow better too, and I've also paraphrased the question to save time reading the whole email out. Hi Mark, is your property data just scraped from Rightmove, On the Market, Zoopla, etc.? Absolutely not. We don't touch these portals for Smart Property Leads. Now, there's nothing wrong with these portals. In fact, I use them for other property strategies that I teach and for myself, but just not for Smart Property Leads. Mark, where do you get your leads and information from? Well, okay, obviously I'm not going to divulge or give the exact sources away, otherwise you could just go out and set yourself up in competition. Except to say that the sources of financial information and the experience we've gained over 15 years and the proprietary software that we use has been paid for on a monthly and yearly basis since the system was first created. So the system has literally cost me many tens of thousands of pounds. Now, whilst I mention that, some of you may not know that for nearly 15 years I ran a very successful loan and mortgage brokerage business under the name of Smart Finance. Now, I still own the name and the domain name, but following changes between the OFT, the Office of Fair Trading, and the FCA, and a general change in the lending criteria and commissions from packagers and lenders, I decided back in 2015, towards the back end, to draw a line under this very successful 15-year-old business. Anyway, no tears there. We looked after many thousands of customers and scores of sales agents who worked for me on a self-employed basis, and those that did actually go out and do some work made us and themselves many, many zeros worth of commissions over that 15-year period. So that's a hint towards where we get our real-time paid-for financial data. Is this good information to know, guys, that we're using information that others don't have access to? Can you see how this system is way ahead of what else is out there in the marketplace? Just give me a yes if you agree. That's cool. Yep, thank you. Thank you. Okay, cool. Here's another question. Hello, Mark. What does your office say to the caller? I'm obviously concerned that they may say something about my business that isn't true. For example, I buy houses fast, or I buy them for cash, or I'm only looking for terrace property. What do they say? Well, okay, this is an easy one to answer. My back office team read a very carefully crafted script, which is in reality quite generic. There's nothing specific mentioned. And why? Because, well, A, we don't know about your property business in reality, and B, we're not looking to close the deals for you over the phone. That will be wrong. Deals should be discussed, negotiated and closed face to face. But what my script does for you, and remember the same script is what's used for me, is it thanks the caller for their time and for calling, asks them a few questions to ensure they are a homeowner, because very rarely, but it does happen, a field in the financial data is slightly wrong, and although the data says the caller is a homeowner somewhere, for some reason there's been a data input error, somewhere in that financial institution, and we find out that the caller isn't. So we're not going to send you any tenant leads, so don't worry about that. They are also asked if they would like a free no obligation call from their local property expert to discuss their property problems and situation. And when they agree, the back office takes the caller's name and number and sends those details to you immediately. Now, there's the best part and the beauty of smart property leads. A, all of this is happening hands-free, but B, you only receive genuine leads from someone who is in financial trouble and wants you to call them. No tire kickers allowed, and only genuine leads passed forward to you. Now, is that powerful, guys, or is that absolutely powerful? Absolutely powerful, of course it is. And really, in a short amount of time, that's the system in a nutshell. It's a very, very simple system to operate, but it's very powerful and very effective. Simply, you tell my office what your target area is. My office generates the prospect data from the financial systems and softwares, and the office then creates and prints and posts the mail shot same day. Yes, the same day that you make payment, your marketing letters go out. And then any time in the future when the caller calls from your targeted postcode area and wants you, my back office team will send you that caller's name and number immediately. Just so you know, there's absolutely no time limit from when the letter is sent to when the caller calls. We honour every single lead, in reality, forever. You just never know when that letter that someone has been holding onto in a drawer for a few months suddenly pulls it out, uses it, and makes the call. I've had leads call me up to 2 years after they first received contact from me. And in one case, that particular lead made me £27,500. It also made me the winner of Simon Zucchi's Property Magic Live competition, although I was a VIP guest rather than an attendee, and so I never actually received my winner's prize. But hey, oh well, c'est la vie, as they say. Simon and I are still business buddies, and that's cool. But £27,500 from one deal is probably something you today would love to also experience. So back to generating your new supply of leads. I said I'd keep this webinar short, and time, believe it or not, has flown by so quickly already. So let me just focus on a couple of questions you need to ask yourself before I make you an incredible offer for listening in. Just ask yourself, do I want more property leads into my property business? Yes. Do I see the time-saving benefit of using this hands-free done-for-you system? Yes. Do I see the benefit of all the data sourcing and marketing being handled by professional business, freeing up my time to work on my business and not in my business? Yes. Do I see the benefit of qualified operators taking all my calls, especially when I'm busy on holiday or just not able to answer my phone? Yes. And finally, do I want to benefit from a done-for-me system that has a proven track record, works, and has no expiration date for the incoming inquiries? If you've answered a couple of these for yourself as yes, then great. Let me reward you for being on this webinar. Again, for those of you who know me, you know I always reward action takers. Those of you on this call tonight are exceptional because I know you are looking to change your lifestyle and income through property. And so I'm going to make you a better than double offer, but only through here right now. And I'm going to make you a better than double offer, but only through here right now. That's the double offer, by the way. Every individual letter created and the service behind it is called a lead credit. Now, when I launched my service to the general public recently, my only stipulation for purchasing a quantity of lead credits was a minimum of 50. The cost of each lead credit for the full service was £2. Yes, I know, a ridiculously low investment for you as it is. After all, to pay the monthly software costs, the printing, the fulfillment, the posting, and have a full team to follow up all of your incoming calls, or even just to be on standby, would be thousands of pounds per month, wouldn't it? But not at Smart Property Leads. I pitched it at just £2 per lead credit with the minimum purchase of 50 credits. There is a launch discount too of 50%, which meant at that time that a lead credit was just £1. Yes, I know I have to raise my prices. But look, this is actually, after all, about your monthly marketing budget. We have some customers regularly spending £50 a week. We have others spending in excess of £1,500 a month. So, there is no maximum for you. You can secure as many lead credits as you know you can comfortably afford. And allow at least, say, 3 months. That's 3 letters to the same address for maximum impact and results. So personally, if this is the first time you've used a done-for-you service and you have, say, £1,200 in your marketing budget or say £100 a month, I would consider choosing your target postcode area and then investing £200 a month for, say, 6 months into it. And as soon as you've covered that area for 6 months, I would then move on to another and come back to the first area after, say, 3 months. That just allows people to settle down from the letters that have come in and they can have the information mulling over. And of course, the letters are still sitting on their sideboard or on their shelf, ready to pick up again and call you. But you just allow for an overlap. You see, once you have deals coming in to you before any of your competitors, you'll be in a position to expand your areas. I'd suggest slowly at first, but expand and then order more lead credits to help expand the number of leads coming into your sales funnel. Just think how many leads you could order in your targeted area if you had just secured a £27,500 deal from one property. So okay, that's the basic plan for you, but here's the deal for you as I wrap this webinar up. As a special thank you for listening in and also hoping that you'll spread a good word about Smart Property Leads to your contacts, I'm offering through the link that's just popped up a very special deal. I'm not going to charge you the regular £1 per lead credit, but instead I'm going to offer you a 2-for-1 deal. So yes, this means for every £1 you invest here and now, you will receive 2 lead credits for your chosen area. So in other words, that's like 50p per lead credit. And you know how much it would cost just to buy your own stamp, right? Let alone the rest of the service offers you. So There we are, my friend. But it's only available through the link now that you can secure your 2-for-1 lead credit offer. So how will this work? Okay, if you have your chosen areas now, great. But if not, and you need a day or two to consider what are or what is the best target area for yourself, then don't worry. When you click that Buy My Lead Credit button now, it will take you to the order page and just follow the instructions to buy your lead credits now. You pay safely and securely through PayPal, and if you need that extra time to think about your postcode area, just add your email address along with the wording 2-for-1 in the message box that PayPal gives you when placing your order, but don't add any postcodes. What you'll have done is you'll have locked in your 2-for-1 deal now, and my back office team will come and get in touch with you within about 24 hours to see how you're doing with those postcodes. Also remember, you can click on the Buy My Lead Credits button now, even whilst I'm still presenting to you, and it will open up a new tab so you won't lose me from here whilst I'm talking to you. So click on that button now, let it open the tab, listen to the end of this webinar, and then go and proceed with purchasing your 2-for-1 deal lead credits. Now, there we go. A really special 2-for-1 offer. So what do you think? You know, is 50p a lead credit okay for you? Will this help boost your incoming property prospects? Or is it basically way too cheap, and so shall I cancel this link and put my prices up? You know, I don't know. But look, either way, remember the special offer is only available to you for watching my presentation and only available now. If you go to the main site and check the online live price, it is still sitting at £1 per lead credit, even after the launch discount. So, just click on the button now, invest that £100 and you'll get 200 lead credits, or £500 and you'll now receive 1,000 lead credits, or even just that £50 that you have available for this month, and you'll still receive 100 lead credits for your chosen target postcode area. Whatever you can afford in your marketing budget, seriously, just do it now. Because what you cannot afford to do, like Henry Ford said, is to stop advertising to save money. Look, I'll leave the chat box and question box open for a few more minutes. And of course, I'm here and I'm very happy to answer your questions. So please, by all means, ask away. However, for now though, I'll mute my microphone and wish you a very successful Smart Property Leads campaign. I look forward to seeing your name and your orders come through shortly, and so I thank you in advance. It's been an absolute pleasure presenting to you, and I look forward to chatting with you again soon about your newfound source of off-market direct-to-homeowner, well, for very financially distressed property leads. For now, I am Mark Walker, the business builder, and I'm also out of time. And be rest assured, I am here to help you build your property business too. So, until next time, I wish you well on your property endeavours, my friend. Take very good care, and remember, click that Buy My Lead Credits button now to secure your 2-for-1 offer. It's only available through that button. I'm here for your questions for the next few minutes, but until the next time, bye for now.